Hey guys, here for another video, and today's gonna be a little different. It's just my top OnlyFans, and usually I was thinking about doing like a top 10 OnlyFans, but unfortunately, out of all the OnlyFans I've done and reviewed and like sideswiped and done my research in, I could only compile it into 6 different accounts. And again, this is just my opinion. I'm pretty strict on OnlyFans, and the way I rate it is always 1, consistency. If you upload every day, treat it like a job. Again, right? Some of these girls do this for a living. Some of these girls make $8,000 a week. Some of them make $8,000 a month, and that's more than like I have my master's, right? I work in analytics, right? I don't make $8K, and I live in a big city a month. So when these girls are working a fraction to what I work, a fraction to 40 hours a week, and they're making a shit ton of money, there really is no reason for them to not post, right? So again, consistency in my eyes is very important. 2, quality of content, right? If you're a P-star, porn star, right, and you've been getting fucked in the ass for your entire career, and then suddenly you make an OnlyFans and you're doing pretty PG content, or like content that's lesser than what you're known for, then for me, again, there really is no reason to get your OnlyFans, right? I can just go into Pornhub and watch the same good old content that you have online for the past 20 or 10 years or whatever length you've had your career existed. And the third part is quantity of the videos. So the difference of quantity and consistency is the fact that you can be consistent, right? You can upload a video that's 30 seconds a day. Again, that's very little time. Quantity in the sense that you upload a good amount of content, right? Not only is it the volume of like said content, you can have 300 videos, but every video can be a couple seconds. So again, at least if it's a minute long or your average is pretty good, your average time. I always take reports on my end whenever I do these reviews, and I'm just like, how long is it? What's the average? Is it really worth it? Because again, there are girls that have 900 videos and then they're only like 3 seconds. It's like, what am I paying for? Imagine if Netflix gave you a 3-second video. Hey guys, the new Harry Potter came out. Guess what? You only get to watch the intro when he goes to the fucking train. Again, it just doesn't make sense that when people do this. And I personally think those 3 factors are pretty good. So A, consistency, B, quality of the content, and C, quantity of the content, right? How long each video or the average of those videos are. So that being said, this is not in any order because again, OnlyFans is very subjective. It's very hard to say this person has the best OnlyFans because this person may not be your type, right? Like I could say this Rosa Parks looking girl is getting fucked, and that's her whole like niche. She's just like OnlyFans getting fucked in a bus. Again, she could have those 3 factors and a high score and a high rating, but again, you're just not into it. So I'm just gonna say, again, based on those 3 factors and not in any order of like, this girl's hotter than this girl, because again, that is subjective. That being said, the first girl I would definitely look at, and these are 3 porn stars and 3 non-porn stars. First one is Samatha Lily. She is one of those boob niche girls, and she has a lot of videos, obviously in the hub. She has a lot of videos on X videos. She does have a lot of content on the internet, but I will say, if you like the content that she already has for free on the internet, and I don't think she uploads free content anymore, and you want to see better content, aka longer content, aka consistent content, aka content that is very, very good quality, because a lot of these girls, and again, it just doesn't make sense in my perspective, that they're making thousands of dollars and they're still using their shitty phone. Again, some people do amp it up, and I will say Samatha Lily is definitely one of them. Unfortunately, there isn't any BG content, but again, if you like her for the content that already exists online, then the OnlyFans is that but better and way more consistent. I think that's definitely an option. A, to even get to talk to her. I remember she was pretty consistent with her DMs, and I was just asking her to interview her, and she rejected, but she was very nice. I mean, some porn stars that I asked to interview are very mean. Ava Adams is one of them. She blocked me, and I don't say anything creepy. I'm pretty like normal, like, hey, you want to interview? It's just like the whole condescending attitude that she gave me, which I didn't like. Next person is Siri Dahl. She looks entirely different, because if you look at her in the hub and you look at her X videos, she's a little bit chubbier, she's a little bit bigger, but her OnlyFans does have a lot of content. The volume of content, the length of the content, the quality of the content, it's all good. It's a slight downgrade to what she has in the hub. Like, you're not going to see her get fucked every day, but she does have videos, I would say like weekly or bi-weekly, where she does do beachy content. And if you like her, if you support her and you want to follow her up to date and how she is now and her lifestyle now, her OnlyFans is definitely a good option. Again, I'm not too much of a big fan of her now. I was a big fan of her back in the day, but as a person who's being objective and those 3 factors that I mentioned earlier, her OnlyFans right now definitely qualifies a high rating in those options. The next account is Cassiopeia. I've seen her in camgirl.com. I used to see her way back in the day. Again, she follows the 3 factors. If you like what you've seen on the hub and you like those other videos videos that you've seen already online for free. Her OnlyFans is literally that, but more. Literally higher scaled content, longer content, and up-to-date content. And I always say with certain people just want to keep up to date with them, right? They've seen like the same 20 videos for free online and they want to see more. They want to see custom videos. And a lot of these girls are willing to do cheap custom videos. And I think that is pretty cool. If you're a supporter of them and you want to see a little bit more of them, definitely get that. And the three that I did mention, they do have pay-per-view, but it's very minimal. A lot of things are in the base sub, and I think that's also a very important factor to consider, right? Is the base sub PPV? Is it EA games? Is it like loot box heavy? Like, that's how I feel some OnlyFans girls are, but those three porn stars are definitely good OnlyFans. If you do like them, or if you do want to check them out, or you do want to get good nut material, definitely look at those three porn stars. The next three are more of just Instagram models, Instagram girls, and I did find them aka through request or accidentally. So one of them is Aruba Jasmine. She was a request. I personally don't like how she looks, but again, if you consider the three variables that I mentioned earlier, she has a shit ton of content. She is getting a lot of rated R content out, and I think one thing that's very important that I recall from her specifically is that none of her videos are pay-per-view. None of them. She releases everything for free. The amount of the catalog that she has is ginormous. Like, I remember trying to look at all the data and download everything because I always like looking at each video as much as possible so I can give an objective review, and hers had so many gigabytes. I was just shocked, and honestly, she's one of the girls that she treats OnlyFans like a job. And if you want to have nut material, if you want to see a girl with nice tits, if you want to see a white, pale, Snow White girl be rated R XXX content, you're gonna see that. I'm not a big fan of her pussy because it looks like Arby's, but otherwise her content and her beauty, so to say, is very good. The next one I did find accidentally. It was recommended on my OnlyFans, because OnlyFans, if you sub enough, it starts giving you recommendations, starts giving you free accounts and all that stuff. And this was one a recommendation. I'm like, wow, she's actually kind of beautiful and her numbers are really high. So I was like, you know what, I'm getting an account for free, and I remember it being very cheap as well. And her name's Lydia Fawn. Definitely check her out if you like the whole goth girl. She has XXX content. She has a whole bunch of like pretty much her feeling herself, and she has a really nice body, and she's pretty nice from what I remember going through the DMs trying to have a conversation with her. She's pretty consistent with that. Again, she's consistent. She treats it like a job, and I remember the videos being extremely good quality, and the length of each video was pretty long from what I recall. And last but not least, I definitely would say out of all the OnlyFans, she's one of, I would say, top 2 OnlyFans, just because again she treats it like a job. And accounts called Bibiana Mommy or BB's World. Definitely check her out. I think she's beautiful, and like I said, she treats it like a job. She was very consistent. I remember having some criticism on the DMs, and she was willing to listen, and I think that's very important, right? A lot of OnlyFans girls I do message and I do try to talk to. I try to get interviews or some type of content so I can pump out from my channel, and a lot of them are very condescending. And her specifically, Bibiana Mommy, she was very human, and it felt like very nice that she was willing to accept criticism, because some of them are like, what, my OnlyFans is the best. Oh, what, all these guys are saying my OnlyFans is great. Again, those are simps. When you're dealing with someone more objective and someone more logical, it's a completely different story. And for her, she was willing to hear me out. In terms of the content, there is a lot of boy and girl content. There is a lot of her feeling herself, a lot of solo content. And I definitely think if you want nut material with a girl with a big ass, big tits, good body, definitely check her out. She's definitely, again, top 3 OnlyFans. I remember looking at her account and I was like, wow, this is kind of cool that, again, someone treats it like a job. Someone's putting a lot of hard work. And with OnlyFans, it's kind of weird, right? You can have some really good OnlyFans, but they just don't have the eyes or the recognition. And I definitely think this account specifically and the last one with Lydia Fawn are 2 accounts that are extremely good, but they just don't have a lot of fans. And I think this video has value in that to maybe give some eyes on them. So overall, again, these are my opinions. These are the 6 OnlyFans accounts that I compiled out of all my videos, which I think are the best, or I think are consistent. And again, I personally think I have a pretty good eye on OnlyFans because I've seen so many, right? I know what the average Joe wants. I'm a guy that doesn't want to pay for videos if I don't have to, right? I'll just go in the hub or whatever. But I definitely understand the value of a person having the OnlyFans. I definitely understand the value of a service, right? Essentially, OnlyFans is a service at the end of the day. And if the person, the content creator, treats it like a job, treats it like a real service, treats it like hearing out people and trying to improve their account, at the end of the day, I think that's what's better, and with time you will get better. So this is for any potential creators out there that eventually might want to get into this. Again, OnlyFans is a pretty good thing if you think about like the work industry, right? The amount of money you get in OnlyFans, or the potential that you can get, is a lot more. And if you're kind of hesitant, again, look at those 6 accounts that I mentioned. Definitely good to emulate them if you ever want to get into an OnlyFans in the future. So like always, guys, please leave a comment below for any suggestion. Google Forms description. I do look at every single 1. And again, we're getting close to 10K subscribers, so I'm pretty happy about that. So please suck the dick out of the sub button so I can hopefully get 10K subs by the end of this month or next month. And like always, guys, if I do not, I will commit suicide. Later.